Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Fishing Midwest. Today I've got some really exciting footage to show you guys. Just about 2 weeks ago, I was up in Vilas County, Wisconsin, which is about 6 hours north of where I live, here outside of Chicago. And I was with Sam, Peric from AP Bassin, and we were up there terrorizing some cold water Wisco smallies. It was an awesome experience. We're very fortunate to have Sam and his family let us stay at his cabin for the weekend. And it was just a truly amazing experience. This is the third time I've been up to his cabin on this lake. We basically focused on these northern Wisconsin smallmouth up here. Beautiful place to fish. Very crystal clear water, pretty deep. You got a lot of rock, a lot of grass, a lot of sand, making a perfect habitat for these Wisconsin smallmouth. You know, day one and day two were kind of difficult because of the bad weather and the rain kind of kept me from taking out the camera and filming, but day 3 and 4 are what I'm mainly going to show you guys. I'm also going to show you some uncut footage as well, maybe after this video, and just kind of recap what the day was like and how we broke apart some of these Clearwater, Wisconsin smallmouth. So hope you guys stay tuned and enjoy today's episode. Oh, that's a decent one. I think hit it pretty hard. Wow, he's all messed up. No, it's not bad. Nice L&B right there. Real good colors on them because they're in this grass, and clear water helps too, but not really getting the smallmouth we were hoping to get, but I mean, it's not surprising since we're in shallow grassy area. But like I said, we're sitting on the shallow side, fishing the deeper side. It's a little bit of a short, small drop. I wouldn't even call it a drop, it's just a gradual kind of slope into some grass, but not a bad little fish. Real beautiful. Man, they're really nice looking. The main reason why we were fishing this shallow pocket was to escape the main lake wind and kind of start a basis pattern off for day 3. A few lures that we were throwing in the shallow, sandy, grassy area were tubes, drop shot, and wacky. Where Peric was on the wacky, I was on the drop shot, Sam was in the back tossing the tube. This was an ideal spot to fish for this lake, but it was a good starting point for when that water was about 58 degrees, so we can kind of work our way up to more of our shallower, flat areas or hump areas where those smallmouth have those beds, and they don't normally move up on those beds until the water surface temp meets around 60 to 61 degrees in kind of midday conditions. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's a nice one. Yeah, it's good. Got another nice one on right now. Not as huge as I thought, but after that last fish, I'm not taking any precautions. I'm taking all my precautions. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm catching smallmouth. Dude, look how they freaking run. It's like a 2-pounder. Nice. Vilas County smallmouth on that TMB custom worms. Whew. Little football. Golden brown. Bronzy. So once the sun came out and the water temperature started to rise, we moved off the shallow grassy dock areas and into our deeper flats where we knew those smallmouth would be spawning. Now the interesting thing is, like I said before, they didn't really move up there until it got to 61 to 60 degree Fahrenheit, and these fish were positioned in about 5 to 8 feet of water right on the edge of a 12-foot drop, and they strategically placed their beds right in that area so when the water was cool, they would move into that 12-foot water, and when it started to rise a little bit more, they'd come up in those shallow beds, and these beds were very visible. They were about 4 to 5 feet wide, incredibly large gravel beds surrounded by cobblestone rock, and very easy to key out in this clear water. Sam had actually keyed a nice one out right on a point and worked it for about, I'd say, 10 minutes, hooked it 3 times, and it finally bit it on the 4th. A pretty incredible experience just to kind of exemplify how aggressive these smallmouth are when they're on the beds. Get him, dude, he's got it. There you go. That's a miracle. I'll get them that. A smallmouth, too, in clear water. That's a miracle. It's a nice one. Fight him. There we go. And that's broken, by the way. It just bent on me. Nice fish, Sam. Oh my God, look at what just popped out. Oh my God. I'm gonna show that to the camera. That's insane.
Just stuck that smallmouth. Freaking missed it twice, and then threw back in there.
Look at this. This is why you don't use freaking, what is this, BPS?
It's terrible.
Oh my God.
But nice fish there. Get a release on it. Right, hold on. Take a
Watermelon.
green pumpkin violet.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's what I was using.
Little guy. Actually, it's not bad. It's a largemouth though. It's not a dink either, man. It's kind of nice. Oh, looks like I foul hooked it. Another nice one right there. This is an LMB though. We're finding a lot of largemouths under the docks and the smallmouths in open water kind of spawning. Looks like an actual little foul hook, but not a bad little fish on that same worm. Not sure what color this is, but it's a good looking color for this clear water. Nice fish. No one uses 5-outs unless you're like, there he is.
You got him?
Oh yeah, get the nut. I pulled the same dice, I wasn't even paying attention. It's a pretty decent one, I think. Yeah, it's rolling.
What do you want back?
Oh yeah, I don't really want to lip this one. Yeah, it's pretty good. Just give me the nut.
Oh, watch out.
You got it?
Yeah.
Get him. Nice. No, it's not bad at all. Another good fish right there. Nice smallmouth, chunky fish. Actually hit it off the bed. He was on a bed fish, and he came off the bed to hit this. Real aggressive. It's like the sun and the warm temps have brought him up in the shallows. And we saw all these beds through here earlier, and no fish on them. So now that the weather's nice, and we can key them out, they're up on their beds, doing their thing. Nice stuff. Gonna get underwater. So now what we're doing is, we went from sandy, grassy flats to ducks for a little bit, then rocky flats to our main rocky flat, and now we're fishing this shoreline that's about 4 to 5 feet deep. There's some beds on the deep end. There's some cinder blocks on the shallow end, which looks like some people have thrown in the water. Real good cover for these smallmouth. That's where Peric caught his nice one, real nice one. And we're getting bit by these too, but whoever threw these in is smart and maybe a little bit deeper, probably a little better, but they're in a good position for these smallmouth, especially when things start warming up. They'll move up a little bit shallower in this clear water, and it just poses an easy opportunity for us to catch some of these fish with sight baits such as wacky worms, drop shots, and finesse style baits like that. Oh, it's doing acrobatics.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's big.
That is big, man. Wow.
All right, guys. Just hooked into this monster right here. We're looking for beds along this rocky shoreline, and I was casting off to the deeper end. And this one just smacked it. Actually, just started running with it, and I didn't know if I was on a rock for a second or not until I felt it fighting, but one of the better ones of the trip. We'll get a couple pictures and get this guy back in the water.